When my right nostril is dominating during the daytime, it's okay. This is natural. But instead of the right nostril, if my left nostril is very active for most part of the day, then something is not right with my health, I think. Very regular pattern of breathing, inhale, exhale, it goes on and on and on. Another rhythm is our heartbeats. There is another level that comes to my understanding, which is at a deeper level. It's the energy influx and outflux. Just as this inhalation of and exhalation of air goes on and on, but if you pay further attention to it, both nostrils, they react differently. Observe, do like this. One of the nostril will be very smooth. Another nostril is not as smooth. After 2 hours, if you would check, maybe it's the same, maybe it's different. But certainly, there is a difference between night and day. Our genetic predisposition is geared towards reacting to solar cycles. Our forefathers had a specific routine of life based on this daily sun movement. Most activities were performed during daytime. Nights were for rest. There is a special pattern of the breathing movement. It will be mostly dominated by the left side breathing during night. And during daytime, it will be dominated by the right nostril. Likewise, the energy movement influx. When you close your eyes and see whether you are emitting energy or receiving energy, and you check yourself again after a few hours and see what has happened. So this body emitting energy and receiving energy, this cycle will also go on changing. And if you are able to observe and correlate things, then you will understand that this also follows a breathing pattern. And this breathing pattern follows the sun cycle. When this cycle is disturbed at a physiological level, when my right nostril is dominating during the daytime, it's okay. This is natural. But instead of the right nostril, if my left nostril is very active for most part of the day, then something is not right with my health, I think. This is how ancient yogis used to predict their day, that it is not so good today. We are used to sleep at night time. It's difficult to change this pattern. And it is also scientifically proven now that individuals who work at night, those who have long night shifts, or those individuals who go on past midnight staying awake, when we measure their health status after a few months or a year or two, you'll see a noticeable impact on their health. This is all because of this inability to sleep at night time. I'd like to bring to your attention a beautiful talk delivered by Jeff Iliff. You can search his talk on this TED Talk site. One more reason to have a good night's sleep, where Jeff mentions about how our neurological system detoxifies itself during sleep. So, in his research, he has found that it is the space between the cells, the brain cells, which allows the cerebrospinal fluid to flow through. In a normal individual with sleep pattern is okay. This drainage of cerebrospinal fluid is effectively able to remove the toxins In sleep-deprived individuals, this is an impossibility. The effectiveness of removal of toxin reduces greatly. When yourself is sleep-deprived, what happens in the morning? You become cranky, you become irritated. Persons who are self-deprived cannot also engage themselves in creative discussions, fruitful discussions. So it is good to give ourselves an opportunity to sleep luxuriously, sleep early, if possible. During daytime, when my right nostril is supposed to be dominating, all our daily activities, which is requiring strength, hand movement, leg movement, and you're always on the go, it is a sympathomimetic response. Nighttime, you need a rest. The whole system demands a proper rest. It is parasympathetic in nature. You will notice that left nostril will be more prominent, dominating during nighttime, moment of rest. What happens when you have so much having fear, anxiety, to the extent that your heart starts beating faster and faster? Sympathomimetic response, which is related to the right nostril. All sympathetic responses, you can say safely that the right nostril will be predominating at that time. So, in order to reverse this, counter it, the moment of anger or just before you're going to get angry, take a deep breath, and I would say, close this right nostril with your thumb and breathe deeply with the left nostril. Feel it in your abdomen and then release it. And then again, same thing with the left nostril. You do it 8, 9 times, 10 times. As a result, you will feel that yes, the heartbeats have gone down a bit. You become calmer. The anger would also dissipate to a large extent. Parasympathetic system would come to play. There is no easy solution to this. A person who wants to fly high cannot have his feet on the earth. You want to take a flight by air, A380, you want to go in rockets to moon, to Jupiter, to brighter world. But you don't want to uproot yourself from where we are. How is it going to happen? So one has to make a choice whether you want to evolve or you want to stay back. Stay back in the sense with your consciousness wherever you are. But with certain habits that we have, our consciousness becomes dumber and dumber, almost stone-like, losing discriminations altogether. Habits means only that, where one has lost its discrimination. Habit does not let you think this from that. Once it becomes a habit, it's difficult to clean that person. Only he has to cry out so loud, "My Lord, please help me." Then it is possible. No amount of lecturing, no amount of cleaning from your side will help. He must go to his knees and say, "My Lord, please help." Then help will come. It's the only easy way. And then these techniques that you are applying will work like magic. See, drug doesn't have a gun with it. Take me in. Drug doesn't claim that, see. It's you who is provoking it. But anyway, we have to understand why a person chooses to take drugs, first of all. What makes them do it? You want to shift in your consciousness. You want to forget your pain. You want to forget your guilt. You say, okay, let me get rid of this pain. by taking opiates and I want to be pain-free. It's a natural inclination, but through a wrong substance. They want to shift their consciousness and forget about their guilt, bad things they must have done somewhere. But again, depending on a substance that is going to spoil your consciousness once and for all. So, but deep down, they are all good-hearted people, very good-hearted people. They want to forget pain. They want to forget that inflicted guilt upon themselves, something that have done, and they have a remorse for it, and they say, okay, let me let go of this, maybe this drug will help me. So that's how they start in the first place, and they get hooked on it. How to get out of it is again a tricky business. Alcohol is a similar problem. So, as far as it's possible to provide the environment so that they don't attempt it in the first place. It's like a vaccination. So, vaccination is considered to be the great field where you prevent disease before it can come to you. I recommend you one technique. For example, if you are hooked on some substance, let's say a cigarette or alcohol or chili powder, or you may be hooked on to some chocolate. So I must have these chocolates after every lunch or dinner, see. So what do? There are easier methods also. Try it. If it works, it's fine. If it doesn't work, you're not losing anything. Take example of alcohol or a drug that you consume by mouth or any drug. Keep it on mentally. I don't say physically. Actual substance need not be kept on the tip of the tongue. But imagine that the chili powder that you want to get rid of, or the alcohol whose habits you want to get rid of, just imagine that it is on your tongue. And saturate the entire mouth with the taste of it. And that's all. Do it for a few days, and you should be able to get rid of it. Lalaji writes, there are 3 causes of bondage: remembrance, meditation, and bhajan. Earlier, in the chapter called Karma, Lalaji has described 4 or 5 categories of pashus. Nara pashu, striya pashu, guru pashu, veda pashu. One wonders why he is calling guru pashus and veda pashus especially. I can understand nara pashu and striya pashu, but why shastras and why gurus? Because following shastras and following gurus without discrimination, without viveka, without this heart discriminating the entire thing, you become just a pashu tied up to the post of a guru or tied up to a shastra. Again, somewhat controversial subject Lalaji touches, and he says there are 3 causes of bondage. Remembrance, which is so highly praised in Sahaj Marg, he says that it's a bondage. Second bondage is meditation, that we do all the time. Third, bhajan or devotion or bhakti towards God. All 3 things are so highly praised in Sahaj Marg, has been criticized by Lalaji Maharaj, that they can become the bondage. But when can they become bondage? He explains it. When the practice of these 3 is associated with external things, the result would be birth and bondage. And when they are practiced at heart, internally keeping the goal constantly in view, it will result in freedom from external and surface bondage. So, गुरु का स्मरण, गुरु पे ध्यान, गुरु की भक्ति ऐसी नहीं होनी चाहिए, दिखावा नहीं होना चाहिए, वो सही में अंदर से, दिल से होना चाहिए.